Bradley Walsh leaned casually against his podium, that familiar sparkle in his eyes already hinting that something unexpected was about to happen. The studio lights glowed warmly, the audience settled into a quiet buzz, and across from him stood the chasers, sharp, confident, and ready for anything, or so they thought. There's a certain rhythm to the game, a flow that viewers have come to know and love. Questions fire, answers snap back, tension rises, but every so often, Bradley breaks that rhythm in a way only he can. Not with drama, not with loud theatrics, but with a simple question. A question that somehow manages to sneak past even the sharpest minds on the stage. It's not a complicated question. In fact, that's what makes it so brilliant. It sounds almost too easy when he says it out loud, and yet time and time again, it lands with a quiet weight that catches everyone just slightly off guard. Bradley delivers it with that signature grin, like he already knows what's coming next. The contestants glance toward the chaser. The chaser pauses just for a second longer than usual, and in that tiny pause, the entire room feels it, that flicker of doubt. You can almost hear the collective thought, wait, why does that feel harder than it should be? That's the magic of it. Bradley doesn't just host the show, he plays with it. He dances around the tension, adds a little mischief, a little charm. And this one question, it's become his quiet little tradition, like an inside joke shared between him and the audience. Sometimes he delivers it with a raised eyebrow, sometimes with a playful shrug, and sometimes, just to keep things interesting, he throws it in when no one expects it at all. That unpredictability keeps everyone on their toes, especially the chasers. Now, the chasers are known for their confidence, their quick thinking, their almost intimidating presence. But this one question, this recurring question, has a way of softening that edge just for a moment. It's like watching a master chess player suddenly second-guess a simple move. And Bradley notices. Of course he does. He leans in slightly, watching closely, enjoying the moment, not in a cruel way, but in that light-hearted, cheeky style that has made him such a beloved figure. It's less about catching someone out and more about sharing a moment of human hesitation, something everyone can relate to. The audience loves it. You can feel it in the subtle laughter, the murmurs, the anticipation, because they've seen this before. They know what this question can do. And yet, even when you expect it, it still works. That's the beauty of simplicity. The question doesn't need to be complicated to be powerful. In fact, its strength lies in how ordinary it seems. It slips in quietly, almost unnoticed, until suddenly it's the center of attention. There's also something undeniably entertaining about seeing experts hesitate. Not because anyone wants them to fail, but because it reminds us that even the smartest people can be caught off guard. It makes the game feel real, relatable, and just a little bit unpredictable. Bradley has a way of turning these small moments into something memorable. A tilt of the head, a quick joke, a playful comment that breaks the tension just enough to keep things fun. And sometimes, after the answer is revealed, he can't help but react. Maybe it's a laugh, maybe it's a dramatic sigh, or maybe it's that classic expression that says, well, that didn't go as planned. It's those reactions that give the show its heart. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about right or wrong answers, it's about the moments in between, the glances, the pauses, the unexpected twists. And this question has become one of those moments fans look forward to. You can imagine viewers at home sitting on their couches, nudging each other when they hear it. Here it comes, they might say, already smiling. It's like being part of a shared experience, something familiar yet always fresh. And Bradley, he knows exactly what he's doing. There's a kind of storytelling in the way he hosts. He builds up moments without making them feel forced. He lets them unfold naturally, giving space for reactions, for humor, for that spark of surprise. And that recurring question has almost taken on a personality of its own. It's no longer just a line in the script, it's a character in the show, one that shows up unexpectedly, stirs things up, and leaves everyone talking.
Even the chasers, with all their experience, can't fully escape its charm. They might prepare, they might anticipate, but there's always that tiny chance it'll catch them at just the right moment. And when it does, it's pure television gold. There's also a subtle warmth in the way Bradley handles these situations. He never lingers too long on a mistake. He doesn't make anyone feel uncomfortable. Instead, he keeps things moving, wrapping each moment in humor and lightness. It's that balance that keeps the show engaging, the tension of competition mixed with the ease of laughter, the seriousness of the game softened by moments of playful unpredictability. And this question, it sits right at the center of that balance. Over time, it's become more than just a question. It's a reminder of why people tune in, not just for the competition, but for the personality, the charm, and the little surprises that make each episode unique. You never quite know when it's coming. You never quite know how it will land, but when it does, it brings with it that familiar mix of curiosity and amusement.
Something special. Because in a world where so much feels predictable, these small, unexpected moments stand out. They keep things fresh, they keep people watching, and they give fans something to talk about long after the episode ends. Bradley Walsh has mastered the art of creating those moments, not through grand gestures, but through subtle choices. A question here, a pause there, a smile that says more than words ever could. It's effortless, but it's also intentional. A quiet understanding of what makes people lean in, what makes them laugh, what keeps them coming back for more. And as long as that question keeps appearing, you can be sure of one thing: it will never lose its charm. Because it's not just about the question itself, it's about the way it's asked, the timing, the delivery, the reaction. It's about everything that happens around it. So the next time you're watching and Bradley leans forward with that familiar glint in his eye, pay attention. You might just catch it. That one question, the one that seems so simple, yet somehow manages to shake even the most confident minds. And when it does, just enjoy the moment, because that's what it's all about. If you enjoyed this story and love uncovering these little hidden moments from your favorite shows, don't forget to stick around. There's always more to discover, more to laugh about, and more surprises waiting just around the corner.